Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today we're looking at, yet again, another housing item that was added in 6.2. Specifically today, we're looking at two items, actually two chronometers. So we're looking at the Korpokkur chronometer and the Rousing chronometer, both of which added in 6.2 and both of which are crafted. As you can clearly see as we look at the Rousing chronometer first, this is a basic level 90 smithing recipe using 2 star quartz, 3 Chandra ingots and 2 Phrygian gold ingots. And also the Korpokkur chronometer requires star quartz ×1, 4 integral lumber and 3 red pine lumber to be able to create the other chronometer, which is a basic level 90 woodworking. So basic woodworking and basic smithing. So these things are actually worth quite a bit on the market board, not as much as some of the other items you can craft for furnishing. But I haven't looked at them. They're both dyeable, so let's go and have a look at these in the house. Alrighty, here we are in the basement of the FC, sort of theatre area. You can see some of the items we looked at previously. Made that into kind of like a viewing platform for the fashion shows, which is awesome, by the way. Let's look at the tabletop item first. It says, Rousing chronometer. Though it sits in foreboding silence, you can easily imagine the jarring, clanging cacophony this object will make at a designated hour. And I really do hope it does make a clangy noise at a specific hour. Wow, that is a lot bigger than I expected. Look at the size of it next to my ankles. Holy moly. This thing is huge. Right, let's have a look at this close up. Turn off the horrible UI for a second. Oh wow, that's really nice actually. It's got this beautiful sort of inlaid crystal design. You can see the hands move around. The things with chronometers that I'm the most biggest fan of with Final Fantasy XIV is that they're actually real. They tell the real Eorzean time. So as we see up here, Eorzean time 1145. It is literally 1146, 1147. That's how cool this is, that they're actually keeping the proper Eorzean time, which is brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant, if people didn't know that already. So this is very familiar to anybody who's watched any movie ever of like the 90s or before them. They had these clocks that would be on the side of pretty much every table stand. Not so much anymore. Every bedstand used to have one of these in hotels and things. Oversized clocks was like the biggest of fashion, wasn't it? And we're bringing it back to Eorzea. I do like the Meteor logo in the middle. I think that's brilliant. And I do like the colors on this. And I think this is furniture dyeable. So let's have a quick look at the color that we can get out of this. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's really nice, actually. Even the bells, look, are dyeing. That's nice. So the only thing you're going to be keeping the same when you dye this is the brass, which is lovely. Honestly, that's the best design. The best palette we've seen in a long time. Oh, look, and we can go bright red to recreate the Meteor logo in a nice color. That's really nice. I have a feeling that it's going to look nice in turquoise because of the crystals. Yeah, that looks lovely. But yeah, if you're theming a certain room, maybe a bedroom, and you want something to go on the side, this item is certainly big enough that it's going to stand out. It's not tiny. And one of my big pet peeves with housing items is when they implement things that are too small. And bear in mind these take up a slot each, and we're limited to only a few hundred slots in a large house, and even less in smaller houses. It's hard to find things that give you that detail. I think this is on the border between being, good and also slightly not big enough. But it's a really nice item, isn't it? Look at this. Absolutely lovely. I love how the clock face changes. Honestly, I think turquoise is my favorite because of the inlay as well. It is a slightly different color. That works really, really nicely. Yeah, very cool stuff. So that's the clock. The tabletop clock. We also have another item to look at on the theme of chronometers. Oh, hold on a minute. We can click it. Oh, we can get the clanky noise. Hold on. Let's turn my volume all the way up. Is it sound effects? It'll probably be sound effects, won't it? Apologies if this is loud. So technically I could leave it on like that and everybody would hate me, including myself. What is that clanging noise? I do love it when there's interactions though. Nice, nice. I didn't see the interaction until then. That's good. That's really good. All right, cool. Let's look at the other item before we get sidetracked with trying to clang things around. So this is the Korpokkur themed chronometer. It says, this woodwork wall-mounted clock includes a cheery Korpokkur design. I think this is from a furnishing design contest, no? Oh, I can't place any more items. I completely sausaged this one up, didn't I? Let's just take that bandstand away for a second. There we go. Let's plop this on the wall. Oh, that's quite small, actually. I thought that would be a bit bigger. But it is bloody cute, isn't it? Look at that. Aww. Oh, that's really, really, really cute. From a distance, that looks amazing. And up close, that looks amazing. Look at that. And there we go. We've got the time being kept. Just check the real time's actually working. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's still working. That looks really nice. I like the expression he's got, like, time. What a concept. I like wood carvings. I think they're really beautiful in real life, like stencil wood carvings. It's a very 80s thing, isn't it? You see a lot of that stuff made a resurgence in the 80s. It really is nice. I like the wood grain effect. Let's see what it dies like then, because that's the thing that's going to set this majorly apart. Oh, wow. Okay, straight to the jet black, because that's where we had it. That's impressive, but the arms are kind of hidden. Let's go back to like a white color. Doesn't work against our background there, but yeah, I really like the dark colors. It's a shame that the arms aren't glow in the dark. That would be really, really cool. Reds look nice. So it's a very dark sort of dying piece of wood then. Yeah, it's definitely on the lower tones, isn't it? Of brightness. I like the red actually, and the pink's beautiful. That's nice. Different wood grains. Yeah, my only criticism, and it's very nitpicky, is that the arms are not as visible. If I wanted to say choose a darker color of wood, and there's a lot of dark colors when it comes to the. I mean, look at how many different dark greens there are. You know. So bearing that in mind, I would say that this probably favors much brighter colors, like turquoise, for example. That looks really nice and arty. I like that. Maybe some like pinks. Yeah, those work. But yeah, lost in the darkness or bathed in light. Yeah, I think pink probably works the best. It is a nice item. I like this one. Obviously, you know, people are going to glitch around it. On the other side, there's not going to be the same detail. So if you wanted to have just a stencil and not a clock, you could probably mess around with that and housing stuff. Those are nice items. Just a scale thingy of how big the clock is. It's not too small. So yeah, I expected it to be a little bit bigger though. But to be fair, it needs to be this size to look good in smaller plots. So they've nailed that. Yeah, 2 chronometers, both of which are quite like. One last thing I want to do is see if the lighting of that clock... Yeah, look at that. So we have the glow in the dark hands there. That's really nice, actually. So when you're asleep, you can look towards the clock without having to turn the light on. I really like that in real life, so it's nice to see that. Very cool stuff. 10 out of 10. I do like it. And that's my video looking at clocks. Have a good day. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Ah, dear.